The NFL refuses to admit it, but man, are the Chicago Bears back. It's been a while, but I am so excited. Ben Johnson is making Caleb Williams look like a superstar. We're going to get this little slot fade or seam up the middle. We're going to get a clear out to the bottom side. Now, what we are doing here, we know off the snap that this is a cover 3 defense. So what do I mean by that? Boom, off the snap, we know right away they got, kind of a deep third, they got a deep third, and they got a deep third, right? So if we can kind of run these seam routes over the middle of the field, we're going to get or force Jalen Ramsey, this deep safety, to make a decision. Who are you going to cover? We know off this side of the field, he's going to be covering that, right? So now right here, this is the focal point of this offense. These two routes, where and what are we going to throw here? So what does Caleb Williams do? You see how he's looking over the middle right here? You're going to see Ramsey start to attach. Not really attach, but gravitate in that direction as DJ Moore breaks behind the second level of the defense and it's wide open. That is how you manipulate and read a defense. Ben Johnson is making this dude look like a superstar. Now, listen, I understand that Caleb Williams is the one making the plays, and that is facts, but I feel like Ben Johnson has made it more simple for him to read, react, and attack to a certain defensive coverage, right? And DJ Moore gets another touchdown, his second of the day. Big play by the offense. I thought this was a great one here. Now, we're going to break down a ton of footage, a ton of film from this game. Before we do so, make sure you guys hit that like button. Also, hype the video if possible. Helps out the channel so much grow and get to more Bears fans. With that being said, let's dive into some film. Another nasty play here by the Bears defense when they needed it the most. Pittsburgh starting to drive a little bit. They're only down by 3 on 2nd and 12. They could definitely get in field goal range and potentially tie up this football game. So what did the Steelers decide to do here? They run a play action, right? They're trying to fake a handoff this way. Usually when you do that, you're in a full slide of your offensive line, and that's exactly what they're in. Everyone's sliding in this direction now. You may be thinking, well, who picks up the man side? Yes, you are correct. The tight end is usually the guy to pick up the man side, which, guys, you don't like this matchup, Montez Sweat versus a tight end. Now, I get it. Darnell Washington is a big dude, but he doesn't have technique like an offensive tackle. And look at Montez Sweat. Initiates contact, rips off like it is the easiest thing he's ever done. Now, here comes Montez Sweat forcing the fumble. Ball's loose. Big Dexter almost picks it up, doesn't, but the Bears do pick it up. You said Dexter pissed, dude. He wanted that stat more than anything. He wanted a fumble recovery more than anything. Hopefully he's not injured after that smackdown. Dude, also, look at Big 97. What in the world is happening? Look at him. He's going to cover this little swing route. And maybe he would have thrown the ball here. He might have thrown this ball if he didn't see 97. Okay. Anyway, big time play here from the defense. A lot of things I wanted to point out from there. We got to keep going. There's a lot more to break down. Now, this might feel like deja vu. And the reason it does feel like deja vu is because they do the same thing. They're going to be in this full slide off to the right. And what did we say before? We got a one-on-one with Montez Sweat versus who? Darnell Washington. Now, again, we can say it again. Darnell Washington, yeah, he's kind of like an extra offensive lineman because of his size and his weight. Right? He's up there. But he doesn't have the technique. And Montez Sweat drives him back. Let's call it 5 yards into the front side of Mason Rudolph, disengages, and then, boom, another sack there for Montez Sweat. Guys, I don't understand why in today's era we are still seeing not today's era, but why are we still seeing teams try to put a tight end on Montez Sweat? It's disrespectful. It doesn't make sense at this point of his career because the man is a dominant force, and right there we see it again. Another great anticipation throw here by Caleb Williams before halftime. We're going to get a little bit of pre-snap motion into a drag over the middle. We're trying to see, is this man or zone coverage off the pre-snap motion? From here, we are going to recognize pretty quickly that this is man-to-man coverage as we see this guy follow across the seam, or not the seam, the drag over the middle. We know we now got a one-on-one ball over the middle of the field with Colson Loveland. As this play develops, we have no safety out playing over the top. This guy bites down. This guy bites down. This route's going to at least have a one-on-one. So as he sees that, look at the ball is about to come out right now. The ball is coming out right now. Anticipation, anticipation, anticipation. Touchdown. Great job there by Colston Loveland, the rookie tight end, coming out here looking like a stud. Great job by Caleb Williams once again, reacting to the coverage, and getting this ball out on time, on target. Another touchdown. Another touchdown. And if I'm looking over here, it's because I have red zone on. Some crazy things going on. But yeah, great play. Really quickly, guys, do me a big favor. Hit the like button, but most importantly, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so yet. It is free, it doesn't cost anything, and we will be covering the Chicago Bears throughout the entirety of the season. Offense, defense, individual player breakdowns. Turn on your post notifications. That way you're notified every time we do post one of these videos. Here's the first of 2 touchdowns by DJ Moore. We're going to reach the top side, and we're going to kind of whip over the middle of the field. We're going to act like we're going to break this to the outside. It actually might be an option where you can break it either out or in, depending on if this is man or zone coverage. But very quickly here, once Monangai gets out to the flat, we see he is tracking down Monangai, which means instead of breaking to the outside shoulder, we want to break back in. He stops on a dime. Boom. Gets to the inside. Great ball by Caleb Williams. Once again, a touchdown on Jalen Ramsey. Jalen Ramsey got beat a couple of times in this game, man. I feel like the Bears just knew how to attack different zones and mans, and right there, they did another really good job of it. Shout out to Caleb Williams. I feel like he's really taking the turn, turning the page, and turning the corner to a very bright NFL future here with the Chicago Bears. Monday Night Football is officially here. We got Packers, we got Eagles. Should be a really good game. At least in my opinion, it's got that potential. Now, I'm having so much fun on the Sleeper app. I can possibly over 1,000x my money every single day on this app, and it has been so much fun so far. And I kind of wanted to share you some of my picks before we do so. Now, you guys can see them. But if you use my promo code DUBS, you see it right here, you are going to get a 100% match deposit up to $100, which means if you put in $100, they're going to give you $100. If you put in 50, they'll give you 50, right? It is a steal, I would do it just for that. Now, take a look at my picks. I'm going Saquon Barkley, more than 50 rushing yards. A.J. Brown, more than 40 receiving yards. Jalen Hurts, at least 1 touchdown. Jordan Love, more than 200 passing yards. And Romeo Doubs, more than 40 receiving yards. It's all lower than you may think, and I think it's safe. 30 to win 63. Not too crazy, not too wild. Let me know what you guys are doing for tonight. Are you going big? Are you staying safe? Let me know, and let's get back to the video. Also saw this little handoff to Kyle Monangai. Up by 3, 3rd and goal. Need a touchdown here. Nice down block here from our tight end. Cole Kmet, boom, gets low, gets him out of the play. And then Monangai, man, I always have loved his ability to just not care where he is, who he's going up against. He'll lower the shoulder. He has a fearlessness to him that I absolutely love. And right here, you can just see him run with that low center of gravity, that mean look, and he just, boom, bulldozes right through. Doesn't even really care what's going on. Big time touchdown there for Kyle Monangai in this offense. Big touchdown because the Steelers actually did go down, drive, score a touchdown. So this was definitely a big play here for the Bears offense, because if they would have got stuffed right here, kicking a field goal would have put them down by 128-27, and then ultimately they would have needed to have a game-winning drive in them, but didn't need to. They ended up forcing a punt from the Steelers as well, which definitely helped their case at the same time. Now, the Bears did end up giving a touchdown here to Pat Freiermuth, but ultimately the defense stayed with it, ended up getting a game-winning stop, forcing them off the field and winning this football game. I cannot wait to get my hands on the All-22. I thought Caleb Williams played an incredible football game, and we're going to break that all down in the next video. Before we dive in, though, before we get into the next video, make sure you guys hit the like button. Let me know in the comments that you do want that part 2, and let me know what you want me to break down, whether it's Caleb Williams in the offense, whether it's the defense, whether it's an individual player. Let me know in the comments down below, and we'll see you guys for the part 2 very soon. Peace.